Direct debit is an alternative payment method for our customers. You can choose to set up a direct debit which holds monthly payments or a low deposit payment. In this video, I will show you how to set up the low deposit payment. An email address is essential for setting up a direct debit, as all details will be emailed to the customer automatically on creation of the direct debit. With the low deposit payment plan, you will take the low deposit from the customer on the day of booking, and the rest of the deposit will come out within 8 weeks' time. On this payment option, the due date will remain as the supplier due date. You will therefore go into the portfolio and click straight onto the Schedule Direct Debit Payments tab. Within this section, it will show the total amount that is due and when it needs to be paid before. The payment option you will choose will be a single payment. This will then show a single payment of the full booking cost will come out of the customer's bank. On this screen, you will not need to change the amount and leave it as the full balance. This will then be amended within the subscription. You will then need to change the date of payment to 8 weeks' time. On this page, you will then enter the customer's sort code and account number. If a customer has used this payment method before, their details will automatically be stored. On this page, it will ask if you want to create the following direct debit subscription. This is the total holiday cost, which is correct at this moment, as we will need to go in and update in the subscription section. Once you have confirmed the direct debit payments, you will then notice a new tab will appear on the portfolio named Direct Debits. This tab shows a summary of the direct debit you've just created, the mandate, which is the financial agreement for the customer, and the subscriptions that will be taken from the customer's bank at the very bottom of the screen. At the moment, this is set at the full holiday cost. You will therefore need to go into the Actions section and change the amount. This amount will then need to be updated as the remainder of the deposit. The red writing indicates that the direct debit payments are less than the total due. You will click Submit. We will then need to create another payment for the customer. Click onto the Overview page and then click onto the Schedule Direct Debit Payments tab. This page will then automatically show what is outstanding on the customer's booking. On the next page, for the payment option, you will select Single Payment. This will then take a single payment of the holiday cost that is remaining on the supplier due date. You will then need to update the date to show as the supplier due date. This can be seen at the top of the screen. The last page will then ask if you want to create the direct debit subscription. The red banner will now disappear from the portfolio. And in the Direct Debits tab, you will now see that there are 2 subscriptions set up for the customer. One for the remainder of the deposit cost, and the second one to take the outstanding balance from the customer's bank on the supplier due date. Your customers will receive an email each time a subscription is created. They will therefore have received an email to show that the full holiday cost will be taken from their bank. Once we update the subscription, another email will be sent to the customer to rectify this amount. You will therefore need to make the customers aware that they will receive the 2 emails and they can ignore the first email that they are sent. Once the subscriptions are set up, you will then need to send the documentation to the customer. Scroll down on the Documents tab and select the correct document. For this payment version, it is the Hayes Travel Booking Confirmation DD Low Deposit Print Version Client. At the bottom of the confirmation, it will show your payment schedule that you have set up. It will also provide low deposit information. This is making the customer aware of the terms and conditions of this payment plan. It advises the customer if they are to cancel before the 8 weeks' time, they will still need to pay the full deposit amount. If the customer wishes to cancel the subscriptions, you will need to go into the Direct Debit tab and scroll at the very bottom of the screen. On the right hand side, you will then click on Actions and Cancel Subscription. Ensure that you do this for both amounts that are set up to make sure that no future payments are taken from the customer.